How y'all doing? First off, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to It's All Good TV. Continue to support BCAT.TV network. It's the heart and soul of Brooklyn. Public access all over the world. I had to put this show together because it's really a real touchy situation that's going on just all over the world, throughout the country, really. And I had to put the show together because two of my friends that I knew committed suicide. One in November 2008, and the other in December 2008. So rest in peace, Kevin Knight. Rest in peace, Big Sam. You will never be forgotten. Thank you for the memories, and thank you for the blessings. Like I said, I had to put the show together because people are going through depression. People are stressed out. They're tired, and they think that ending their lives, that will be the solution for the problem. But when you do that, the problem is still gonna be there, and also you're hurting yourself, you're hurting your family members and your friends that love you, you know. And I had to put the show together because it's a deeply concerned right now. Things ain't going right now, and some people are just falling into deep depression, and it's like, I don't want to live no more. You know what I mean? And they just give up on life. Life is all about going through pain and hurt and obstacles, and you have to overcome them. But the whole thing is, some people are not mentally strong enough to deal with a lot of depression in their lives, and some people are. They'll weather the storm. And for the people that aren't mentally strong enough, this show is basically for you. If you uh, went into a deep depression, you lost your job, you're having problems with your family, your marriage, your relationship, financial matters, and you fall into deep depression, and you think the only way out is to take your life, you're wrong about that. You're wrong. You're 100% wrong. Number one, you was given life. You was put on this planet. You was given life. You know? To go on until your time was up on this planet. Not to cut your life span short because things ain't going my way, so I'm just gonna take my own life. You know what I mean? That's not the way to think when things are not going your way. But every time I do something right, it turns out wrong. I'm just gonna take my life. That's a negative way of thinking, man. Things are happening to you for a reason. For people that's watching right now, if you know anybody that depressed and thinking about committing suicide, you gotta let them know, talk to them, and let them know things are gonna get better. You know, you don't need to take your life like this, man. Seriously. And I'm sure you don't seen it on the news, read it in the newspapers. You know, people just jumping off buildings because they don't lost their jobs. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, life is not over. Like I said, if you lose your job, you go right away and file for unemployment. If you got a family and kids, you go right away and file for food stamps until things start turning around. Because you hurting yourself, you hurting your family and your friends. Because when my friend committed suicide, I seen him a month earlier. Everything was fine. But that's the whole thing. You never know what people's going through. You never know. That's why you got to watch out for the signs. Sometimes there aren't no signs, and they still going to commit suicide. So I just want to say to everybody out there that's watching right now, you might have somebody or know somebody that's contemplating suicide. You got to sit that person down and catch them before it happens, you know? And the thing about it, sometimes you don't even see the signs. That's the sad part about it, you know? And they could be regular, just walking the street regular, and next thing you know, a week later, yo, but man, such and such shot himself in the head. I'm like, what happened? We were just, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's not him. He wouldn't do that. Yo, you never know what people's going through now in these times, man. You know? I just want to read a couple of things, man. I just want to read this real quick for everybody. Anybody need help? It's a national suicide hotline numbers in case you worry about yourself or a loved one. 1-800-784-2433. Let me put the number up for y'all. All right, you see the number on the screen. If you know anybody or a loved one that need help, this is the number on the screen right here. I'm gonna read this right now. You need to hear that people do get through this. Even people who feel as badly as you are feeling now, there is a very good chance that you are going to live. I hope that this information gives you some sense of hope. Give yourself some distance. Say to yourself, I will wait 24 hours before I do anything, or a week. Remember that feelings and actions are two different things. Just because you feel like killing yourself doesn't mean that you have to actually do it right this minute. Put some distance between your suicidal feelings and suicidal actions. Even if it's just 24 hours, you have already done it for 5 minutes just by reading or listening to T. You can do it for another 5 minutes by continuing to read this page. Keep going and realize that while you still feel suicidal, you are not at this moment acting on it. That is very encouraging to me, and I hope it is to you. People often turn to suicide because they are seeking relief from pain. Remember that relief is a feeling, and you have to be alive to feel it. You will not feel a relief, so you desperately seek if you are dead. Some people often turn to suicide because they are seeking relief from pain. Remember that relief is a feeling, and you have to be alive to feel it. You will not feel the reliefs you so desperately seek if you are dead. Some people will react badly to your suicidal feelings. Either because they are frightened or angry, they may actually increase your pain instead of helping you. Despite their intentions by saying or doing thoughtless things, you have to understand that their bad reactions are about fears, not about you. But there are people out there who can be with you in this horrible time and will not judge you or argue with you or send you to a hospital or try to talk to you out of how badly you feel. They will simply care for you. Find one of them now. Use your 24 hours or your week and tell someone what's going on with you. It is okay to ask for help. Try. Send an anonymous email to anybody, Samaritans or anybody. Call the numbers you see on the screen, 1-800-SUICIDE. You see the numbers on the screen. If you feeling suicidal, everything ain't going your way, if you lost everything, call this number right here. You see the numbers on the screen. Whoever's watching right now, you might know a family member or a loved one, or it could be you. Call this number on the screen right here and call and talk to somebody and get help. Times is hard right now. Things might not be good.